Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're wading into something that might seem really simple on the surface,
Hmm.
but stick with us,
Yeah.
okay? Because we found some genuinely, well, thought-provoking ideas hidden inside.
Right.
Our source is this excerpt from a story. It's called Poppy's Puddle Jumping Academy, where jumping is an art.
Fun title.
Yeah. And our mission is basically to unpack the insights, the little nuggets tucked away in this seemingly splashy tale.
And it's a great reminder, I think, that you can find some pretty profound lessons in, unexpected places.
Exactly. Even in jumping in a puddle.
Simple as that.
So at the heart of this is a piglet, Poppy.
Hmm.
And what grabbed me right away was how she didn't just like puddles.
Okay.
No, she approached them with like a real sense of purpose, treating puddle jumping like, well, like an art form.
That shift in perspective is fascinating, isn't it?
It is.
And taking an ordinary, often kind of messy activity
Totally messy.
and looking at it through this lens of skill and creativity, expression even.
Oh, absolutely. And as I was reading, I saw she developed a whole repertoire.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the source talks about her inventing specific moves like spins, twirls, belly flops, and this amazing sounding one called the triple splashadoodle.
Wow! Triple splashadoodle.
Right. She was developing techniques, almost like a dance choreographer, but for puddles.
Establishing a vocabulary, sort of, for this new art.
Yeah.
And this passion, it led her to create her own school. Right?
What? When? Poppy's Puddle Jumping Academy, where jumping is an art.
Love the tagline.
Me too. And who signed up? Quite the collection.
Let's hear it.
You had Lenny the lamb, who the source says was pretty cautious, just tiptoed.
Okay, careful type.
Then Clara the cow. She went for pure impact, cannonball,
Big splash there.
definitely. And then there's Daisy Duck.
Hmm.
Her thing seemed to be mostly just yelling, splash,
Yeah.
with loads of enthusiasm.
Yeah. So it really highlights the different ways people approach something new, doesn't it?
Totally.
Any new skill or community thing, some are cautious, some go all in, some are just there for the sheer joy of it.
Yeah.
So how did Poppy teach such a mixed group?
Well, the story says she taught technique and safety, but, the basic.
The fundamentals, sure.
But she also gave them what she called her golden rule, and this is where it gets pretty interesting.
Okay.
It was big jumps, kind hearts, and no splashing the caterpillars.
That rule is, wow, it's quite layered for such a simple context.
Right.
Big jumps, that speaks to striving, pushing your boundaries. Excellence.
Mm-hmm.
Kind hearts, that's clearly about community empathy, right?
Yeah.
How your actions affect others.
Yeah, looking out for each other.
And the caterpillars, no
Yeah.
splashing the caterpillars. That adds that layer of respect for the smaller things.
The little guy.
Yeah, the overlooked things around you. Maybe even a hint of environmental awareness. It's not just about your splash, but being mindful of the ripples.
Love that take. And the graduation scene is great, too. The story describes every animal performing their own signature jump.
Ah, showcasing their unique style.
Exactly. And even Farmer Tilly joined in. Did this wonderful slow-motion splash, apparently.
That's brilliant.
And they all became certified splash masters.
So it wasn't about everyone jumping the same way.
Not at all.
It was celebrating individual expression, finding their own mastery within that shared experience. Everyone found their own path to being a splash master.
And the source actually lists some key takeaways for us, pretty straightforwardly.
Oh, handy.
Yeah, they frame them simply. But if you connect them to the bigger picture, first, you can turn your passion into something fun, something engaging for other people.
Like starting a club or teaching a skill.
Or even building a business around something you just love.
Yeah, absolutely. And sharing those skills. The source says it builds confidence and community.
Right.
That applies everywhere, doesn't it? Teaching kids to jump, mentoring someone at work, it strengthens bonds, helps everyone grow together.
And the last one, maybe the most universal, even puddles can be full of learning.
Finding opportunity or beauty.
Or meaning in places you might just walk right past.
So the core lesson the story offers, as the source puts it, is that with practice and joy and maybe that mindful approach,
Yeah.
even something like jumping in mud can become, a masterpiece.
Yeah.
It's encouraging us to look beyond the surface, find potential everywhere.
It's quite a journey, isn't it? From a piglet and some puddles to these bigger ideas about passion, community, finding value.
Where you least expect it.
Exactly.
It really makes you think, though. What does it truly mean to be a splash master in something you care about? How do you balance developing your skill, your own big jumps, with building connection, the kind hearts part, and contributing positively?
Right, and not splashing the metaphorical caterpillars.
Precisely. And maybe the biggest question for you, the listener, is what are the puddles in your life right now? Those ordinary, maybe overlooked situations or interests that might actually hold hidden opportunities for art, for learning, or connection if you just, approach them a bit differently, like Poppy did.
Definitely something to mull over.
Yeah.
Keep exploring, keep learning, and maybe next time it rains, you'll look at those puddles a little differently.